This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. We're at their Wasserman HQ here in London, ahead of their media day for their May 13th show at the O2 Indigo, live on Channel 5. I'm joined, finally, by Josh Kelly. I've waited a long time. Josh Kelly, what's happening, mate?
What's happening, my bro? I'm good. Cool, chilling. It's been a nice day in London. Get some training done when I get back. So, just living the life as it is, bro. Living the life.
I will say one thing. I think out of all the fighters I've interviewed over the last however many years, there's no one I've more willingly wanted to return to the ring than you. Because I'm literally, like, in the space of like a year and 4 months, whatever it's been, I'm like, Josh Kelly, hurry the fuck back up, get in the ring, get back on track, and that's been in my head. Don't know what's happened there. It's all right, that's Umar's camera, so that's fine. But I have, generally thought that, and I thought just whatever situation you've got going on, get that sorted out, get back in the ring, because I don't want to put you in that category of wasted talent.
Well, nah. Like you said before we had the conversation, mate, but nah, it's not. It's not going to be like that, not with me, bro. You know what it is, I want to look back, be able to say, that year there, what you had out, it did you well, and it springboarded the rest of your career, and it sort of made a solid foundation for you, because, like, I don't want to be one of them looking back and regretting, because I can't live with regrets, bro. It doesn't do me right, so, and I sorted it out, sorted the personal side what I had going on out, so I'm ready now to move on, crack on, and start getting back in them big fights. You know, I need to be up there and entertain people.
Let's address this first of all. The fight with Avanesian could have happened at a previous date. It happened when it happened. Was it wrong timing? What would have happened if that fight with Avanesian happened first time round, when it was meant to have happened? Yeah. I know it's impossible for you to answer, but were you in a better mindset then to when you...
I was in a better mindset, yeah. Better headspace, and me outside of life was more solid. Obviously, just... It was like compound interest for like 3 or 4 weeks, but it was going on probably years outside. So it's just all that compound interest, like that sort of a compound interest effect happening and coming to our head. Do you know what I mean? And it was like, but it was meant to happen, because if it didn't happen, it would have happened later on. And now I've learnt at the right point in my career where I can go, listen, that needs sorting, take some time out, sort it, boom, did it, come back, everything's sound now. I'm in a beautiful place. My training's going well, I feel fit, strong, healthy, family's healthy and happy, that personal side sorted. So now it's like, I wish I could put myself now in that weight then, but you can't. It's meant to happen. What's meant to happen is meant to happen. It's been raw, so that's how my career's going to go. Well, how it went, and that's where it's supposed to have. That's what's supposed to have happened.
When the first time the fight with Avanesian was announced, I think the general public and the majority of people, I might be speaking out turn here, but felt that this was going to be a hard fight for you, but a fight that you would come through. So it was a good test for you at the time. I think it's safe to say that since that fight, Avanesian's name has obviously rocketed high, very high. But are we right into thinking that this was meant to be a fight that was meant to be tough for you, but ultimately you should have come through?
Yeah, I believe that. 100%, but I mean, he's steamrolling guys now, bro, so no one wants to touch him. He's steamrolling kids, so it just shows what level I can operate at when I'm on form, because until I was just totally exhausted and done in round 6, I was winning every round, so I know what I can operate on a skill level, and I know I can do that in the gym, 1,000,000%, just get it right on fight night, get everything right, what I needed to do outside the ring, weeks and weeks before. And then it comes to a head, and I'll be bang on. I'll be able to take them fights in comfortably. Well, not comfortably, but get through them as comfortable as I can.
Let's move on from Avanesian. That's in your past. It was a while ago now. Yeah. The last question I'll ask you about this is, why has it taken so long from that Avanesian defeat for you to make your return on May the 13th?
I was meant to return in the end of the year. At the end of the year, something happened, the show got pulled, moved, and I had commitments elsewhere, so I thought, right, listen, I've heard Channel 5's coming on board, So why not I wait out till the first Channel 5 and not do us any harm. I'll do some more learning in the gym. I've never had that time in the gym where I can just sit back and learn. I've always had like, you fight. Then I've had a big fight, so I've had a layoff. Then I've come back and had another big fight. Because in a young pro's career, you're supposed to just be busy. And obviously I went and boxed Carlos Molina in my sixth fight, I was in a Commonwealth title. I then went in my ninth fight and boxed in, 9th or 10th fight, boxed in New York against Ray Robinson, who shares the same gym with Jerome Ennis. He's the last person to beat Terence Crawford. Then I boxed Nation, last person, Terence Crawford's amateur. So it's like all these things, mate, it's crazy. Like, I've stepped up so fast, but like, I think people just like, oh, he's there, go on the knees. And I never really got that. Fucking hell, he's done that in this short period of time. No one's ever said that. Everyone's just like, yeah, well, she should have beaten him easier than that. He should have made that look. It's like me. I'm young. I've only had 12 fights. You know what I mean? 12 fights. I'm still a baby in the professional game. I've only just turned 28. So, and I'm young. I'm a young 28. I'm like ADHD 28, bro, bouncing off the walls. You know what I mean? I wake up in the morning. That's where I am until I go to bed. So, it's like, I feel as though now, with this new, everything, what I've got going, I've got the world at my feet again. I'm ready to roll, ready to get things going.
Josh, in that period of time that we're talking about, from that night with Avenesian up until now, I know there's certain stuff that's gone on that you might not want to talk about, which I'm not going to ask you to talk about, but I'm just saying to you, like, there's been certain factors that have kind of, not delayed, but kind of maybe to do with the Avenesian fight, has occurred to kind of bring us where we are. Is that fair to say or not?
Yeah, 1,000,000%. Yeah. Just, I needed that time to get them things sorted, and then I took some time out, and that time I thought, right, boom, I'm right, and then you find out other things, and you got to put them right, and then you go, and then you starting to get over the loss, because that come after the personal stuff. The personal stuff was first, and that was after, and then I was like, right, now I'm in a position where I want to fight. I want to come back and fight again. Now I'm in a position where I'm never ever going to leave the sport, but I was in a position where I've got the hunger back, and I want to step back in the gym. And then I let myself go, obviously mentally and physically. I let myself go, so I go, right, I've got to now start the journey and get myself back into shape. So it's just like it's a big process, but when you break it down, for me, it feels like it's not as long as what people's been, because people hasn't been from outside sitting going, well, he hasn't boxed in a year, but all them things what I've did in the year, like, I've grew so much as a person. It's like, I see all them things happening, right, this is the next stage, right, I'm here now. So, like Carla said, I want to be busy this year, I want to be fighting, because now I'm solid. I need everything just going bomb, back-to-back fights. So, I need to get busy, be busy, and just enjoy it, bro. Happy-go-lucky, getting there and punch someone's head off.
May 13th isn't too far away, so it'll be good to see you back, etc. Adam Booth, your trainer, who I'm assuming is kind of known exactly kind of from Avenesian, that fight there, up until now, whatever's been going on, but he's been there, I'm assuming, in your corner, out of the ring.
100%. He was the one who sort of suggested, listen, you need to go and get these things, like these things what's happening outside the ring, you need to get them deal with that first before you even come back to the gym. So when I did that, it was like there, and it really showed us how much of a, like, how good of a coach he is and a person, do you know what I mean? He just sort of reinstated that. Adam's a good guy, man, he cares for people, so you don't get many of them in boxing. A lot of people just want to use you for what you are. You're a money ticket at the end of the day, aren't you, really? Do you know what I mean?
Really, in boxing?
I mean, correct us if I'm wrong. But I mean, yeah. So he's that type of, which helped us, mate. It's just helped us get back to where I'm. I've had other people help us, and it's like I'm in such a good place. Like, at the end of the day, you think about it, when you get the nitty gritty, bro, nothing really fucking matters at the end of the day, bro. Do you know what I mean? We grace this earth once. At the end, when it's all said and done, we grace this earth once, lad. You could come out of here, God willing, nothing ever happens to any of us, but we could come out of here and get hit by a car, and that's the fucking end of the story. Do you know what I mean? And you're done, lad. And
I love this because I talk about this a lot.
Yeah, and you're done. So what's the point of me stressing about a fucking loss, or stressing about a draw, or stressing about a win, End of the day, it's fighting. Let's just get in there and fight each other. Fucking see who's the best. I believe I'm the best. Make a bit of money on the way because that's what we fucking need to do. Because it's not like I've got a normal job to go to fucking work on. Do you know what I mean? And like things. So this is my job for the next fucking 4 or 5 years. So I need to make as much money as I can, as normal people do in the whole life. So and trying to become world champion. So it's not that stressful of a job. But I mean, like you got to just the be all and end all, boys. Who gives a fuck? Do you know what I mean? It's fucking boxing. Like who gives a fuck? You want to see your football team win, don't you? It's like it should be. You want to see your man who you support win boxing, and if you fucking win, loses or draws, you say, fuck it, mate. You know what it is. Box. You can beat him next time and do it. Box him, and it's like, it's all a fucking journey in life, bro. When it's all said and done, you sat there and you're like 50, and you're fucking down the pub, and all the newcomers come in who hasn't even watched you, and you sat there and you, I used to box. And you realise no one actually gives a fuck. Then you realise all that stress what you went through meant fuck all. You know what I mean? That's where I've come to a win, so it's sweet. I'm in a good place. I'm ready to fuck shit up.
This is the most sense I've ever heard you talk.
Yeah, I'm ready to melt people's heads. You know what I mean? It's like, that's what it is, mate. That's what it is. That's all it's ever been.
Well, look, we look forward to May 13th, live on Channel 5 as well. Give that plug. All I'll say to you is, what I was trying to say to you before was, don't fall into the category of wasted talent. A lot of fighters that have their careers and people go, oh, bit of a wasted talent. And I feel like there's a danger of that happening to you because people know how fucking good you are. Just don't fall into that category.
Nah, that won't happen, mate. Don't say that because you're putting it out there, bro. Take that back. I'm not going to stress about it. You know, you'll get your fuck. You know what I mean?
It's so good to see you back, though.
Yeah,
Generally is.
That's the main thing. I'm happy. And like that old cliche, a happy fighter is a Danish fighter. That is the most true thing you can say about myself. When I go in there and I'm actually laughing on the way out the ring, going to the ring, I'm smiling. Then I'm ready to fucking do a number on someone. When I'm going to the ring all serious and fucking stressed, then I'm in my own head and I can't operate properly. That's not where I operate, do you know what I mean? Like all that shit, sitting at school doing that bullshit, I used to just implode, bro. You know, I've got too much ADHD, so put me in somewhere creative, let us do what I've got to do, and then I can just fucking, and just do that. So that's it, really. I might be spazzing people out, but that's it. I might just be making people's mind go mad, but that's what I'm like, a bit of a mad guy. And it is what it is, isn't it?
Is what it is. Is what it is. Josh Kelly, thank you very much for talking to IFL TV here in London. We look forward to May 13th.
Welcome, Team Everlast, to the Team Everlast Fitness app. Download the Everlast Fitness app and find your greatness within.